Look at this, straight in, here he comes. Take it, take it,
Takes it
take
over the
it.
top,
Oh, imagine.
Last time on Underwater, we put Ringer's favourite international running rig under the spotlight.
Oh, surely that's on.
After a few hiccups
That was maybe the third fish that picked it up.
No!
and a few tweaks,
That looks so short, I would never ever ever cast that in.
we had the rig working so well that the master wanted to keep it all to himself.
That's another example of something we won't be showing the public.
Really?
Yeah, that's incredible.
This time on GURUS Underwater, we scrutinise one of the most popular feeder fishing setups of all time, the helicopter rig.
You would never ever ever cast that out in a match, would you?
Yeah.
And of course, with so many fish feeding on the spot, how will the mighty Ferry Meadows bream deal with our lethal hybrid feeder tactics?
Oh, brilliant, look at that. So you're on the box. What would you want to see next?
I think we ain't got an opportunity like this ahead of us again, with these conditions, the fish feeding. So I think we've got to try different rigs that we and other people would use in this situation. Helicopter.
Helicopter's the big one. I see more people probably fishing helicopter than any other feeder rig, but no one really knows how it works underwater. Is the hook bait going to fall on top of the feeder? Is it going to kick off? What's it going to be like when a fish gets hooked? Are the fish going to get hooked? Are more fish going to get away with it?
I don't know. Tea's up, boys.
See boys here.
Hello. Hello. What's that? Tea.
Commercial brown.
We've just been saying, next what to do.
Bolt rig. It's got to be, I think so, like helicopter style.
Yeah, that's exactly what we said. Start with a long up length, because that's what most people fish.
Yeah.
And then we can tweak it depending on what.
Probably the most traditional style.
It is, yeah. In theory, tangle free. That's why people go for it.
I'm looking forward to seeing one with a really short hook length.
Yeah. Happy?
That's horrendous. You're putting them fizzy things in, aren't you?
It's an electro chino.
The tangle-free element of the helicopter rig, in my opinion, is what makes it so popular with the masses. Bad conditions, wind in the face, and you're casting a long way. You need to know that your rig's fishing. And me personally, and I know a lot of people, every time they wind that helicopter rig in, it's absolutely perfect. It's not tangled, and they catch, and I catch, a lot of fish on it. So, putting it in front of the cameras underwater, imagine if it just gets tangled now.
It makes total sense to try the helicopter rig, try it with a long hook length. I mean, do the fish find it harder to deal with? Is it better? We don't know, but we're going to find out.
Helicopter it is next, yeah? That's getting poured away.
Apart from the change of rig, everything is staying the same as the previous session, with the camera position just a short chuck to the left of the swim and ground bait still a mix of mainland match, F1 Dark, F1 Sweet and Green Supreme. Of course, we've added some 2mm activated cell pellets coated in our favourite essential cell sticky syrup, along with some other particles as well. A very traditional and popular bream fishing rig. The same 08 pulsate braid on the reel with an 8-pound shield shock leader, but the terminal end of the helicopter. Very simple to tie. A super tight line stop, a small one in this case, up the line with a small heli swivel, and that's where the hook length's going to come off, followed by another super tight line stop, which is then tied just above a 6-inch twisted loop. You can change the length of this drop, but we feel as a little team that 6 inches is a great starting point and what we'd all actually use if we were going to cast this rig into this venue. At the bottom of the twisted loop, we've got a snap link swivel, which you clip the feeder onto, and the hook length comes off the heli swivel, which is between them two line stops. And the helicopter effect of this rig comes from the fact that the hook length can swivel around at any point, and we sort of imagine that happening in the air, so we're thinking this rig doesn't ever tangle, and we've all caught a lot of fish on this across the whole of Europe. And also when it's on the bottom, I think that this rig will settle, your hook bait will come in, and the fact that this helicopter effect's so free moving will mean that your hook length doesn't tangle around the terminal end of it. But
There's only one way to find out. 65, 70 centimetre up length to start with, typical for bream fishing. Just get her in the water.
The helicopter rig, I think this could be really good. I use it a lot in my own personal bream fishing. I think it's great because your rig's always presented very well. I think we see the bites quicker on a helicopter.
Is that okay?
Oh,
Feed is lovely.
I hope it's going to be up here, isn't it? I forgot about that.
Will it?
Well, it's above
Could
the
be,
feeder, isn't it?
could be, yeah.
Anywhere. What hook bait you got on, Matt?
I've got a fluoro maggot and a red maggot.
There.
Oh,
Just had a big liner.
oh yeah, they are. Separation.
What's
Good.
what's the heli look like?
Can't see anything.
Can't see it, it's quite murky.
It's a lot of fish.
But your separation's good.
Yeah. Separation's nice,
Hook bait's landed like behind the feeder.
like it would normally.
Yeah.
Separation's been important on all the underwaters that we've done so far, and first cast with the helicopter, the hook bait is nicely away from the feeder, kicking out, ready for a clean pickup. Massive liner then.
Cool, yeah. Something big's coming in, I think. Oh, he got spooked.
Actually moved my feeder.
Yeah, your hook bait's not moved.
Nothing's moved.
So close to picking up on that then.
You have an indication again then?
No. That one before looked like a bite.
It's really stimulating. Oh, hook bait's moved now. Down the bottom of the screen. They're like fast.
Did you ever think your hook bait would move as much as it does?
I've never really. I can't believe how fast these fish are suddenly moving.
Big carp
If that
about.
picks, oh, that's going to be fouled if that picks him. It didn't take the hook bait, it got the line caught again.
Yeah, it's settled down now.
I don't know where
Is
the
that
hook's
it?
gone.
Is that it here?
It sounds daft, but there's almost too many fish in the swim now. The clarity's gone a bit to pot. The hook bait's getting wafted around a lot, so myself and Room, we're finding it really difficult to sort of see where it's going, see what the fish are doing. Is he getting picked up? We can't really tell. I think it's carried it over there somewhere.
Indication.
Yeah, we haven't got any hook bait or anything.
That's on.
Yeah, we didn't get...
Totally different bite to on the free running rig. Very, very small.
You haven't got the roach, have you?
I think I got a small fish.
I think he's got the roach.
It was a very different
Rodney's
bite.
there. There's a Rodney there anyway. There's a few roach over there.
Could be a skimmer or a perch.
Or a snag.
Well, it's in that perch snag. Another perch in the snag.
Don't lose your first fish on underwater.
Yeah, no one would like to see that after all that hard work.
It's stuck.
Go on, the perch.
Didn't even see him, did we?
We said that, the perch copter rig, didn't we?
First fish on a different rig. What are the odds? First cast on the new rig, another perch. At least I got him this time.
We just need to spot it when it goes in.
A bit closer to camera would help.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. There she
Like you
is.
heard me,
right.
isn't it?
Oh, it's popped off over there. It comes down a lot quicker.
Does it?
Yeah,
I didn't even see it.
I think it's in the distance.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, a lot slower then. Something come down first.
good separation though.
Yeah.
With the helicopter, the hook bait actually came down slower, despite what Room was somehow seeing on the screen. I think, let's be honest, he might need himself a set of glasses.
Nice separation, Matthew. Feeder in the shot and the hook bait followed quite a while after. Good separation.
How are they? Oh, no, he's put them both through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate it when he does that.
Yeah, I do as well.
One and the other. He loves it.
No
he does.
sort of tangliness round the helicopter bit or
Can't
anything.
Can't really see that.
at the moment. There's too many fish in. Just see how long it takes to get a bite.
Just interested to see the hooking properties of it.
The roach is permanently on the feeder mat.
A roach?
Yeah. Oh,
Is it a good one?
Looks quite good.
about 2 ounce.
It's not a hook bait eater. I pushed it quite close to the feeder now.
He's well. Oh, there you go.
He did have it. He's obviously dropped it somewhere.
Is he?
Oh, he's still eating with it. The feeder's not, nothing's lifted.
Going round in circles.
Is it this one up here?
Yeah. There you go. He's hooked.
What's going on?
Nearly picked up then.
Got,
Got one.
Yeah.
The bites are totally
Had it for ages,
totally different.
That fish had it for
Oh,
incredible amount of time.
I can't tell you
that-
how different. Right, the tip literally moved in motion of a headbang, but so much less than on the free running rig.
Yeah.
It was like he could just swim where he wanted.
Yeah. It's like he just didn't want to get to the weight of the feeder. He was swimming around in circles above your rig.
Honestly, it was like moving all the time, but not aggressively.
We were on the helicopter rig, and that bream really knew it. It was going round and round and round.
First one on the heli/traditional setup, and the biggest thing for me, bite was so different, boys, on that. Totally different to the free running rig from the first part, more of a constant indication. You can tell that the bites, you know that there's a fish on the end and it's probably shaking its head about, and we're catching fish on it, so it's not a bad thing, but undeniably the bites are totally different.
Far out, look.
Shane?
Hope it hasn't come down yet. There it is.
Oh. See it?
Yeah.
God, look, they look like they're separated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satellite
Great
on
separation again. Hook bait falls through so slowly.
Don't forget that's a 70 centimetre hook length, so it's actually, it's another 20 centimetres to anything we've really tried. Do you think the lighter hook, the match special, bit thinner wire, falls slower?
I think it's longer hook length.
Longer hook length, mate. The your hook bait looks terrible.
Two maggot.
Yeah, one's at the top of the shank, one's at the bottom.
Yeah, and a big gap in between. You need to do top and tail, I think. There's an awful lot of action. Is that it there? Like that. Oh, this one's just picked it up if it is that one.
Yeah, he's got it.
Got him.
You've attracted so many fish into the swim, Matthew.
Without doubt, the key thing for underwater filming is fish. No fish, no film. But it's a fine line between too many fish and no fish. And at the moment, we've crossed that line. We've got too many fish and we're literally struggling massively with visibility.
Rodney's having this, watch. He can't resist the liveys.
That's such good separation this time on the maggots.
Really surprised me how much the live maggots move about on the bottom. You know, they're in and out, you can see them, they're very visible. But yet some days they're great on the hook, and other days they're not. He's more inquisitive, the roaches on the live maggots.
Is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
Breams. I'm not sure they like the movement. on the
No,
maggots.
the bream, I'd probably say, not as confident with the lives.
Interesting.
It's a lot. The hook bait's. I think the hook bait's moving loads more.
Yeah.
I think because they're live, Matt. Your hook bait's getting moved all over the place.
Why do you think that is?
Lighter, not sitting obviously as
Full of water.
heavy on the bottom because they're alive and wriggling like mad.
Do you think the bream are avoiding it more?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very, very cool though.
apart from that one.
He's not. He went straight over the top of it, didn't he?
Yeah. The roach is desperate to eat him. See him?
Oh, he's got it.
Nailed it.
The only other thing I don't like
just spat it out.
about lives is feel like there's more chance of them going over the point of the hook, you know, with them moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, held that for like 2 seconds as well.
He's
That
on
one,
now.
isn't it?
And there's a few. Yeah, he's going to keep coming. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come
You
on.
notice how they don't chew it though?
No, just suck it in.
Oh, surely.
No, Mr. Roach, get out of the way.
Look how close his mouth is to them maggots and he deviates away.
Roach is going to get in. Oh, he's going to do. God, he's got a few marks on him, hasn't he? There you go.
Yes.
Nailed.
Yeah, and he's
Oh, it's Mark's mate.
What's going on? Why is the feeder not lifting?
Where's the fish?
That one might have picked it up at the back then.
That light in the background, just behind it. Oh yeah,
yeah,
down there.
It's gone down the hill.
Oh, look, he's going to eat it. Oh,
He's got the hook length in his
got it,
mouth.
he's got it, he's got
He
it.
didn't take the hook bait properly then.
He's got it, hasn't he? He's got it.
That one.
This one. Watch. Feeder. Feeder's stood up now. No.
I think he just knocked it. And
Fell back down.
I've got no idea where the bait is now.
That fish had the bait in its mouth. It had eaten them. I think he's still got it.
Nothing. The line's not even quivering.
Feeder sat up and then it went back down.
Oh, it's quivering now, the line. Do you have an indication then, Matt?
Getting an odd little, what looks like either a small fish rattling it or little liners.
That one's got it in his mouth. I'm sure.
Not a lot of movement though, boys.
He's just carrying on feeding.
I've got no idea.
He needs to move a bit.
Don't like the live maggots.
No, they're definitely not keen on them.
This bream is on. It doesn't know, and nor does Matt. This one here.
I've still got it, do you think?
I think, yeah. I just don't think he's moved far enough. Look. Look.
Tiny indication.
You still got it?
Yeah, that's him.
You think he's got it in his
I
mouth?
think so, yeah.
Got one.
Yeah, see him, look.
We're getting quite a few little indications for a long time then.
1 minute, 18 seconds.
Minute and 18 seconds. Is that how long it were?
That's how long that fish had the hook bait with very little indication, nothing to strike at, and it's just swimming around in the swim with the hook bait. So for me, that has to be improved.
That's that old scabby one, innit, that kept coming in.
Mark's mate.
I've seen that one on screen, definitely.
It's Mark's mate, that is, yeah.
Oh, great start, boys, on the old heli.
Absolutely.
Feedback's been a bit quiet. You seem to like let me just do it and not talk to me much.
Do we rest our case? Don't get a word in edgeways. You still haven't shut up since you got in here.
And we want you to react to what you're seeing,
Yeah,
not what we're
right.
not
We don't
us
want to-
screaming or.
We don't want to tee you up and make you look even better.
Because that's how you'd actually be doing it.
Yeah, we don't want to be you to hear us shouting and think I've got to pick up this one on. You've got to react naturally to the rod top, which is obviously what you're doing.
What's the main things you've seen? Because you, like I say, you've been quiet, obviously on purpose.
Presentation's beautiful, isn't it?
Great presentation,
Sits.
great,
Hook bait falls in
great
lovely.
bait separation. They're getting away with it a bit, but I think that happens with any rig.
What I'd say though, if I was sat fishing, pleasure fishing, match fishing, anything, with the bite times and the fish I've caught, I'd be absolutely pumping.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I get you. I just think from what we're seeing on here that bite time should be improved. But all I'll say is it's very traditional, laid back. When the fish actually does swim off with your bait, he ain't coming off.
No.
No, the other thing that was really noticeable was they prefer dead maggots.
Yes.
They don't like the movement on the bottom. It's like it doesn't blend in. It's not normal. A little bit of movement almost spooks them.
That's interesting.
But yeah, that one was probably on. I'd swallowed your hook for probably a minute and you hadn't even noticed.
Frightening.
So
Indication, like I had an odd,
yeah.
and I'm like, I could hear you two, I'm thinking, that's in one's mouth, that. It took ages for it to...
That's
Yeah.
one of those, if you happen to go to reel in, you'd say, just took the bait as I went to reel in. It had been there best part of a minute, sitting there with a hook bait in its mouth.
Wow.
So how are you going to refine it? What are you thinking?
For me, it's obvious, got to shorten it down. Yeah. 4 inches.
4 or 6 inch, make it mega short, really extreme. So it's almost like a dink, you know what I mean? And in theory, I think they'll find that really hard to deal with, but maybe they won't pick it up as much.
You
Yeah.
ever put one on in a match before?
Not that short.
Have you?
Not on that type of setup either.
I'm really interested to see how it looks on the bottom with your line coming off the back. But go
I've,
do it.
I've never done it, but I'm about to.
Go. We'll tell you how bad it looks.
I think the short hook length is going to be the one. I honestly think, from what I've seen so far, bream find a short hook length really difficult to deal with, so they're going to suck this hook bait in and literally get nailed instantly.
We've definitely got to shorten it, it's the obvious next step, but with the heli it's different to a free running rig because the hook length's sort of up the line, and you imagine that short hook length above the feeder coming off the main line. It's the right step to make and it will probably work, I'm saying, but it might look a bit weird.
A bit far out again, Daniel.
It's right. It's all right. Good. Don't know where your hook is.
It's going to be above, isn't it? Up here somewhere.
There it is there.
Here we go.
Oh,
here we go.
here we go. Straight on it.
Oh, that's the only problem is it's how close it is to the main line.
It's like the tripwire above.
Yeah.
Put him off, isn't it?
It needs to come from almost this side.
Yeah. Or you need to make that hook length kick out.
But that's something else I'd never. You assume with a heli,
It's
and a
right out the way.
Yeah, it'd kick out like straight.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't.
it hasn't. It's folded.
We can work on that.
Yeah.
We can work on that.
Actually, probably I'm losing Matt's beads. Probably would have been better tight.
Tight, yeah. Don't think that presentation on the rig's that great though, to be honest.
I still think if you get one feeding in the area,
Yeah.
I think they'll find that impossible to deal with.
Snuffle it up.
Yeah.
Should be a pretty violent bite if he gets
Yeah.
one.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, he's full about it. He's a beauty, him as well. Not so much this one.
We're going to get picked up in a second. Competition's kicking in.
Ooh.
He says as they'll vanish from screen. Is that you moving it, Matt?
No,
You have a liner?
no, never moved.
No. The link is all jangling, did you see it?
Yeah.
It's moving all the time, that swivel. Is that you moving on your box, Matt?
Ready? I'm going to tap my rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Your swivel's moving all the time.
Very direct.
I don't think they like that line across the top of
No.
it too much.
Oh, straight in.
Yeah.
He liked it.
Got away with it because it's too short, do you think?
Could be.
My initial reaction was hook length's too short, didn't give them enough line to sort of hook themselves with, but I also feel there's no weight on the line, so if maybe we tweak things a little bit, that short hook length still could be the one. It could get picked up again in a second.
Looks like there's
So you'd have thought that was a guaranteed fish?
Yeah, I thought he was going to burst into action.
I'd have said that was impossible for him not to get.
Did you have a liner then?
Zero. I've not had an indication since I've chucked this rig out.
Even talking.
You just got picked up and it got away with it?
No.
Yeah.
Never moved the tip.
Your swivel's moving all the time.
It moves when you talk.
Is that one way of telling me not
Yeah,
to
look.
talk?
Don't sing. Whatever you do, don't sing.
Yeah, breathe me.
Here we go.
Where is it?
Yeah,
On
this
there.
one here. Watch.
Yeah.
Go on. Oh, I thought that was going to be it then. It's in the line. See him? It's moved away.
Here we come.
They don't see it from that side. It's gone over the top.
Just had an indication
Yeah,
then.
you would have done. Fish just had a play with the helicopter swivel.
Oh, they're getting confident. There's a few about now. He's going to slip up, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes, got it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he's done.
see, it didn't
Got
move far,
one.
did it?
The
It takes a
feeder.
lot to get
Yeah.
get it moving. Great footage. See the heli and everything come up in the air. What was the bite like, Matt?
It were alright. It was just like a bream bite, to be honest. It didn't. It was like a heli bite, not a free running rig bite.
Funny that.
But not any more violent.
No, it weren't violent. It just sort of nodding its head from what I can see here. What happened underwater?
Didn't bolt or anything really. It just got
Nailed.
nailed and just didn't really do anything.
I feel like on a heli, because they're picking the feeder up, they don't swim off in a panic because they've got weight under the chin. Everyone I've hooked on a free running's almost took me to the clip, and everyone I've hooked on a heli, you just start winding them in. Looks so weird them coming over the net, you know, with that tiny hook length.
Does playing it feel any different?
No, if anything, they fight less.
Even with that little tiny hook length.
Yeah.
Well done, that man. The presentation of your hook, even though it's 4 inches, was not nice.
No.
But I want you to do it again because your feeder fell in like a hole.
Push
Okay.
the 2 stops together.
Yeah, push your 2 stops right together as well.
Tight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
so
try and stiffen it up a bit.
So it kicks it maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Before Matt had that last cast, I got him just to move the 2 stops on the heli apart to give the rig a little bit more movement, but I didn't quite like what I've seen underwater, so tighten them stops back up, and hopefully that'll then kick the hook length out more, which in turn should lead to a better pickup and a more confident bite.
Here she comes. Oh, very close. Oh, yeah, nice.
Is that all right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't
Yes.
know, it might be too close here, Daniel, is it? Sorry, mate, I was sat right in your way. There we go. Ah, this is Daniel territory now.
Kicked it out, I think, a fraction more. Sitting up though, isn't it?
Yeah, perfect that, Matthew.
That bit there, along there, is sitting up.
Yeah, don't know if I like that. I think it wouldn't bother them depending what side they come in.
If it was kicked out more.
Yet again, that's nothing like I expected it to look like on the bottom. The main line quite stiff and the hook bait sort of hidden and under it when you think that short hook length would kick it right out in the perfect position. Yeah, again, these screens show you too much.
Here we go, nailed it.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah, nailed.
Missed the bite then, I'm sure.
Pardon? Oh, I was just saying how effective the rig was then, and you haven't got it.
He nailed it.
Proper nailed it.
Honestly, it looked a brilliant bite. Like, on, drop back.
Tell you what, Matt, go back out. Is that 30 gram?
20. I changed it to 20.
Maybe more bolt.
Put 30 back on and do as you're told.
Yeah, we're getting done there. For me, we've got to make this bolt effect quicker and harder, and the only way to do that is a heavier weight.
Better?
Yeah. Yeah, really nice. It's like sits up in the edge, like he's placing it on the bottom.
Yeah, it's like you want to hold your rod up, innit, with the heli and then
I think
just
he is.
drop it.
I don't know what he's doing.
I think it's not, I think it's down on the rest. Go on, pick it up. 4 inch lead, 2 mags.
So I'd love to see what that looks, just how big it actually is. Oh, you saw the line, I think.
Yeah. Go on, go on,
Here
go
we
on,
go,
go on.
here we go, here we go. Got it.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, that's brilliant. See the maggots?
Yeah.
as he
Nothing there.
lifted? Are you joking?
No, I swear to God, nothing there. Brilliant bite, nothing there.
You could see the maggots in his mouth as he lifted up.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going in far enough.
Did you strike then?
Just picked up.
Just picked up. The maggots were hanging out his mouth.
Never felt a thing on either of them 2 bites. Fantastic bites, never felt a thing.
And they need more rope to hang themselves.
One more go?
Should we try a gap? Gap in there.
Move the swivels apart again.
Have a gap.
What, an inch?
Yeah.
Yeah, just try that and then we'll have another go.
Tighten the stops, loosen the stops, broaden the stops, tighten the stops, kicking out the stops. Make your mind up.
It might be they need more line to hang themselves with,
6 inch.
but they're sucking it back in, lifting, and you can see it.
I'll give it a bit more. I'll give it like 2.5, 3 inch gap.
All right.
So there's a bit of movement there.
Yeah.
It was the perfect pickup as well.
The bite were brilliant, lads. Rune and Ringer was shocked that those fish were not on, and to be honest, the bites that I were getting, I was shocked they weren't on.
Those last 2 fish ate the bait, they moved the feeder, they should have been on, but they weren't. It's not right.
To me, watching, it's really obvious. That fish picked up the hook bait, we could see the maggots, so it should be on. And the fact it's not on tells me that something's wrong. I feel like maybe the weight distribution in the rig's not quite right. And if we move things down, improve that bolt effect, then surely it's got to drive that hook home. That's better. Oh. I thought you were going to get the roach on the drop.
Sat over the line.
No, it's not. It's underneath, see it?
Is it? Oh yeah, I thought it was sat over there.
It might be twisted over the top, to be fair. But obviously, I suppose with the stops apart, it's always going to sit closer to the line.
Yeah. Oh, he's turned round. Come on. I love them
It's
muscles.
just the wrong side of the hook. This one's got a chance of getting stuck.
See him, look at it.
Yeah. I think it's right under the line.
Oh,
This one might get.
just gotta get a liner.
Whenever I fish with a heli rig, I tend to like to have the stops a little bit apart, maybe an inch apart, on the basis it gives a little bit more movement. But having seen this, the problem with having the stops apart is the hook bait's landing on top of the main line, which isn't great presentation. Obviously, the bream are spooking off it a little bit. So in future, when I'm fishing a heli, I'll put the stops together, get it kicked out, because kicking that hook bait out really does make all the difference when a fish picks the hook bait up. This one, here we go. Yeah. He's got away with it again. See it? Did you give an indication then, Matt?
Yeah, small, very small indication.
One got away with it. Oh, and again. Oh, surely.
Don't like it.
Who doesn't?
I don't like this dinky rig. Short hook length.
No, nor do the bream.
I'm not liking it. Short hook length on the helicopter rig. Good indications, no fish. I were catching before on a longer hook length and there's clearly fish in the swim. Boys are excited. I just feel like I'm sat there putting nothing in the net.
Not in a crevice now.
Yeah. Go on, go
Can
on,
you
go
see
on,
it on
go
there?
on, go on, go on. No, there.
No, he's not on it.
Just here then, isn't it? Oh.
Oh, there, he's just wafted it
Oh.
over there.
Liner.
Pardon?
Just had a liner.
Yeah, it was a liner as well.
He had your main line in his mouth.
Oh, on a zebra now. Oh, look at that
oh.
hook. Oh, got it.
Got him. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't get it off. Got it off.
Got one.
Yeah.
That is so cool. What are you doing to me? I can't deal with this.
Is he fighting a bit harder?
Yeah, is he a bigger one?
No. We can still see him on screen.
He's a TV star. That's it. Enough. We need to change.
To me, it's obvious we need to change the rig. It's working to a degree, but it's nowhere near as effective as I'd want it to be. So we need to ditch that twisted boom, lengthen the hook length slightly to give them a little bit more rope to hang themselves, as I like to sort of describe it, and also increase the bolt effect. So move them stops down right near the feeder, so that when that fish picks up the hook bait, it's going to feel the weight a lot. It's not going to be feeling the weight of the line, it's going to feel the weight of the feeder, which is hopefully going to drive that hook home. It's going to look crude, but I think it might be highly effective.
That is the most bolty McBolt ever.
Yeah.
Might as well use an hybrid.
Hang it down. Well, that could be next.
Look at that. That's brutal.
Hold your feeder, hold above your feeder and see where it sits. Yes! Watch out.
You would never, ever, ever cast that out in a match, would you?
Yeah. But might not cast it out again after this either.
To any match angler, that rig looks crazy. But will it work?
Matthew, we only have probably 14 bream in the swim.
Am I going in?
I think you're gonna have to, mate.
Just cast it, Daniel.
Oh, you spooked him off. There it is.
Where is it?
There.
A bit too far out, bet, isn't it?
Guide me, because if you want me to do anything different for the shot, I can.
Okay, mate. It's
Hook bait with behind it now.
it's fell down a hole.
Hook bait up there?
Yeah.
It's in a tangle, isn't it?
It's in a Joe Mangle, mate.
Tangle.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Don't wind in, don't wind in.
Something's seriously wrong with that now.
Houston, we have a problem.
It should be below the feeder.
Yeah. That gets picked up.
I wonder if the hook length's stuck on something.
Looks like it. The feeder actually
I've got
fell.
one.
You up?
That were quick.
Did it take the hook bait? We obviously weren't watching the...
Thought it were tangled.
It was.
That's the quickest bite we've had in ages.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. The rig appeared tangled. It looked tangled on the screen, but Matt's into a fish. We couldn't see what happened because the screen's blocked. But maybe it just shows that, yes, you're not fishing perfectly every chuck, but you're fishing and there's always a chance of a bite.
Right, let's try that one again.
There it is. Look. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Very good. Look at Daniel's. That looks mega.
Have I got one on already?
No.
No.
Got a massive liner.
Yeah, it's moving the feeder a little bit, but it's all right. Oh, that just tapped the feeder.
First one I'm seeing have a go at the feeder.
You have another little indication then.
It was still, the liner was still happening.
It's like Jurassic Park in the background. Get bitten one more time on my leg.
Bremadon. Oh, we just dropped a shell on the feeder.
Go on, Rod.
Rodney. Yes.
Got him.
Yes.
Oh, do you have a sign then?
Yeah, I got done, didn't I?
Yeah, by a roach.
Honestly, you know when you get done, the bite is so obvious.
It was a roach. That was a roach.
Bigger.
He's going to have another go. He's going to have another go.
No, he's
Slacken
not.
off a bit.
He's not gone for it this time. But it was that big roach.
What do you mean big?
Can't tell.
£40. Oh, and off
Indication.
she
Is he on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Find that hard to deal with, don't they?
battle.
Whoa,
Wait, look, it's gonna get-
whoa.
That's 2 for 2 now. The brutal bolt is making the difference. The only thing that got away with it was that roach, but hey, who wants to catch a roach? Apart from Matt.
I think one more on that.
Yeah, have one more go on that, just to confirm that that works nicely.
While we was onto something, I thought I'll throw a little bit of a curveball into this, and I slipped a couple of big pieces of worms on, just to see if the bream still didn't want them.
I spooked before that went in.
Any good?
Perfect.
It's right on the edge of the screen. There it is.
Is that all right? Yeah, that's fine.
Has the worm doubled over, do you think?
It looks exactly like that, doesn't it? Oh, definitely going to get picked up and
I think it's doubled on the point. Don't you?
Yep. Look at him staring at it. You're kidding me, mate. What the hell are you putting my
Oh,
swim?
no. I don't know what's going on with that worm. One of the big problems when fishing with worms on the hook is the worm going over the point. When the worm goes over the point, it stops the hook going home, so you either bump it or it comes straight off, and there's nothing worse than losing a bream in the swim. That's the beauty of the pole special. It's got an extra long point, so when I'm putting the hook bait on, I can almost sort of push it right back so it sits right in the bend with maximum hook point on show. I don't think it has doubled over, you know. It's just
The way it's sitting.
waft a worm.
There you go. Look, it's sorted itself out. Look.
Yeah.
Any response to that hook bait?
They're not sure. They're not keen on it.
Moving again though, innit?
It's moving a bit. It looks massive as well. The roach are interested in it.
I was just interested to put it on, you know, just see if one went and grabbed it immediately.
Yeah, there's one eating a stick instead.
Oh.
Definitely don't get picked up as quick or
Oh no, they don't really like it.
no. I'm sure you must have had days, Steve, where a big worm hook bait's better.
Shows though that obviously at the minute you've got to swim absolutely full, but they won't pick up what they don't want to pick up.
Says that one that just
Yeah.
nailed it.
He's got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a long time for that one to pick that up, didn't it?
Yeah. You'd 100% got picked up quicker with a maggot on.
When we came to do underwater at Ferry Meadows, I didn't think we'd end up on that.
No, that is, in layman's terms, brutal. The adapted helicopter rig worked as good as I could have hoped. The bream found it really hard to deal with, but I'll add here, it was a million miles from where we started with the stops up the line, the twizzled boom, the long hook length, obviously not so much of a bolt effect, so we had to do a lot of tweaks to get to where we wanted.
It's brutal, it's not traditional, it looks ugly, but you've seen for yourselves, we've seen for ourselves, it's the best form of the helicopter rig. It looks horrendous, but absolutely lethal for catching fish. You'd be foolish not to use it.
They've got so much confidence now though, haven't they? They're even bashing the feeder now. So early on in the session, they weren't going near the feeder. the clarity was a little bit better and there's less fish, but yeah, it's all leading into one thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I know what you're going to say.
Got to have a go on it, haven't you?
Elasticated stem, large hybrid feeder,
Large hybrid.
Yeah.
6-inch hook length.
4-inch.
4 start with, and then we can play.
Right.
I think 4-inch ground bait and a few micros mixed in with it. I think
What sort of percentages you thinking?
I'd go 50-50 maybe.
70-30.
70 ground bait.
So why don't you go 40-60?
I've got 40-60.
It's hybrid time. In a match, getting bites this quick, want a nasty bolt rig, there's only one feeder to go on now, and that is the hybrid. That would be the perfect presentation, the bolt rig effect, and your hook bait presented perfectly every time. There's only going to be one winner.
Fishing a hybrid feeder for bream at Ferry Meadows is something I've done a bit of. I'll be honest and say I've always caught more bream on the traditional approach, but in certain situations, particularly when it's weedy or I'm not quite sure what the bottom's like, I've caught a lot of bream, particularly on a hybrid feeder with ground bait and then a wafter. So I'm really interested to see on quite a cleanish bottom how the bream react, how they feed, do they home straight in on the feeder? Does the wafter colour make a difference like it did in underwater one with the carp? These are all unknowns, so I can't wait to find out.
So for this session, we're going to start off on the 28 gram large hybrid. That's because it's just enough parcel of bait that will get to the bottom and hopefully attract the fish in the same way the other feeders do, but the hook position and presentation is very different. So going through the whole rig itself, we've gone for the black elastic speed stem so we can make changes quickly, but the main reason for this is, 1, the long stem for accuracy at casting, and 2, also gives you that extra bit of elastic in the thing. The main idea is that this elastic will just cushion the play when you're playing bream. Now most people will think, why don't you go for the lighter white elasticated stem? And the reason why we've gone for the black is we're fishing around pockets of weed and there's lots of rocks out there, it's very natural, so we just have a little bit more control on this.
One thing I'm really looking forward to with the hybrid feeder is playing around with a couple of variables. Firstly, hook length. I've always felt a slightly longer hook length is better for bream, so I tend to fish with 6-inch rather than 4. I just feel a little bit more rope. Again, for them to get the hook in their mouths and sort of get hooked is better. Also, hook bait choice. Some people swear by wafters. I've always done really well at Ferry, in particular, on dead maggots. I'm feeding a few maggots, so they get used to picking them up. And for me, I feel like I get more bites on maggots. But is that the case? Would I be catching more fish with a wafter? This is what we're going to find out. I'm looking forward now to seeing the hybrid, because it's a little bit different to what we've been doing.
Yeah.
And I've not seen a hybrid with ground bait on the bottom before.
Not for a while.
No.
Rocking and rolling.
Are you in the swim?
No, shall I load her up and go?
Yeah, let's have a go. Get her in.
Gone for 2 maggots to start with.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Got to be quite close to the camera, Matt.
All right.
It's tricky with ground bait.
It
in a
is, yeah,
hybrid.
very tricky.
It's that
Trickier
fine
than
balance.
pellets.
Yeah. So I thought 50-50 would make it easier, but
No, I wanted to make it hard for him. Putting ground bait on a hybrid feed is really tricky. Getting that consistency right, so you get that fast breakdown and you hook bait out quick. Having watched Underwater 1 and been there, it's really obvious. The quicker you can get that hook bait out and away from the feeder, the better. The fish don't quite feed as we think on top of the feeder and suck the hook bait in as a consequence. They take it deliberately. So getting that separation, and again it goes back to separation between the feeder and the hook bait is crucial. Could hit a beam on the way down.
oh,
What do you think, Daniel?
You got her?
Yeah, think so. Yeah.
it's him. You like balanced across a hole, but it looks good.
You got it down intact as well.
Yeah, it's kept. It's one thing I like already about the hybrid. The line's pinned to the floor, isn't it?
It's just starting to get a little breakdown.
Looks good, mate. Looks good.
It's not, hook bait's not out yet.
I didn't really pile it up and I sort of packed it on medium.
Nothing's happening, Matt, as in you've got no chance of a bite.
And is the fish in the swim?
Yeah.
Yeah, in and out, but your hook bait's nowhere to be seen.
So shall I recast?
No, just leave it.
Just leave it a minute, see if it starts to break down.
Feel like with ground bait, listening to what you're saying, you need to be really careful not to put it on too hard already.
Ground bait's tricky, but equally, if you get it right, it's very effective.
Yeah. Packing a hybrid with ground bait is clearly a little bit of a balancing act. You've got to pack it hard enough that everything gets to the bottom in one piece, but not too hard that the ground bait traps the hook bait in. So yeah, that's the first hybrid feeder and ground bait lesson learned.
Oh, that should sort it.
Just had a little indication.
Yes, yeah, oh, brilliant. Look at that.
Oh! Didn't take that long, but I reckon if I'd have packed it softer, with chance of an even quicker one.
Mate, he cleared your ball out.
He took the whole ball without the hook bait showing. Well, that first bream just goes to show exactly what I know, which is clearly nothing, because it came in, troughed the feeder and got the hook bait as a result. So what do I know?
Doesn't that show the power of the hybrid though, that it were holding it all in really well?
Yeah, the elastic as well worked.
Yeah, bang on.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Go on, the hybrid!
Seeing that fish pick up the feeder, the bolt effect working so cleanly, and then the fish trying to power out the swim and that elastic in that long black stem just cushioning it to perfection. Don't get any better, does it?
Right, I've loaded that softer on the top.
It's gonna hit.
Oh, has it gone in?
Just hit now.
Oh, that's it, spooky, spooky. They know when it's gone in, don't they? There it is. Oh, nice. Maggots on top.
What do you think, Daniel? There it is. Yeah, I can see the maggots this time.
Even though there's holes and crevices in the swim, look how straight it sits.
Yeah,
it sits lovely.
The other thing is you're always fishing.
Yeah, always. It's going to get nailed, this. Oh, matey boy. Go on, turn around, turn around.
Oh, look, he's just flared it now, so the maggots are visible. The hook's, let's see the hook. Interesting how long it's sitting on the, oh. There goes famous last words, wasn't it?
Don't matter.
No, I think it's actually probably slightly better off.
Yeah, it'll get nailed now. Get picked up quick. Here we go. Oh, I thought he was going to go down.
Hook's facing that stuff round that way.
Yeah. You on it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it look like, man?
Terrible.
He's got it in his mouth.
Yeah,
Still got it. Still got it. Still got
The
it.
bait staying in the feeder?
Still got it.
Yeah.
Still, what's he doing?
He's just deleting.
He's still got it. He's still got it.
Yeah. He just needs to swim off. He's look, there he is.
Still
Look,
got
there
it.
you go. He knows now.
Yeah, he's got it. Matt's got him. Yeah.
Tiny
Yeah.
bite, that one.
He had it, yeah, for 10, don't know, close to 10 seconds in his mouth before you got him.
What, because he were eating?
Yeah.
We could just see the end of the speed stem going.
It's just twitching constantly where he's just sat
The
eating.
bite were tiny.
Yeah.
But like, you can still tell it's a fish because you can see it shaking its head.
Yeah, yeah.
I think eventually he would have just pulled your rod in, but that's 2 out of 2, like for a hybrid, as in no one's got away with it. I think the beauty of the hybrid feeder for bream fishing and carp fishing to a degree, you're tightening everything up. Presentation's tight, the hook bait's tight, so if that bream wants to come in and feed, it's got very little chance of getting away with it, which is exactly why I think we've just had 2 2-minute bites, which are the quickest we've had for ages.
I haven't done a lot of big bream fishing with hybrid method feeder sort of styles. So 2 fish in 2 chucks, cleanly hooked, fast bites, weren't what I was expecting, and sort of made me confidence a little bit drunken. I weren't too sure.
2 fish, 2 perfect pickups, beautifully executed. Take a bow, Mr. Hybrid.
Look at the stuff they suck up. The feeder's nearly irrelevant how little power of them what they suck up into their mouths and then spit it all back out. See it all chewing through the gills. It's amazing how they keep the stuff they want and get rid of the stuff they don't want with the mouth.
Your hook bait's still in the feeder at the moment, Matt.
Looks good though. Oh, you're gonna get
Like your hook hasn't come free yet.
That good or bad?
But no, I don't think it's brilliant.
What, has a fish gone for it yet?
No, but they prefer it when the hook bait's free.
What, out of the feeder?
It's a bit like, you know, when we did the first underwater at Broome,
Yeah.
when the wafter's off the feeder, I think they prefer it.
Shall I pack one and not put it in? We never did it last year.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Great minds and
But
all that.
4-inch hook length. If he cut that one coming in, if he beeline.
Got
He
to
could-
spin the feeder
He could
in.
eat it, that one.
Yeah.
The one that's...
Now, yeah, he's got it. He can't get rid of it.
You want on?
Yeah, boy.
Tiny bites, boys, on that.
The worst presentation you could ever ask for, but the bait was off the the hook bait was off the feeder, which made it easier.
As soon as the bait's out, Matt,
Yeah.
Catch one.
you've got a much higher chance of catching one. Matt's been fishing a 6-inch hook length on the hybrid so far, which I would fish personally myself, but I'd like to see if a 4-inch is better. I don't think it will be, but I don't know. Equally, let's try hanging the hook bait out. The bream aren't always aggressive on the feeder, so will a hook bait hanging out produce quicker bites or a more positive pickup? There's only one way to find out.
Here it comes. Oh, nice. Didn't see the hook. Just there, Dan.
How's that landed?
Maggots are there. It's alright.
Yeah, fine.
Not tangled or anything?
Maggots are like alongside it, as if they're folded back up, as if you'd have folded them in, but not in.
Maggots are just slightly like top of the feeder in line. You just got done.
4-inch hook length.
What
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Told you. I've heard it time and time again. 4 inches is just not the one.
That would have been the quickest bite though, hung out.
Yeah.
Are you
But
tying
I
up a
still
new
think
6?
if I'd have had a 6 on, I'd have still got the quick bite, but would have probably hooked it.
Yeah, well.
We'll see. Try it next, Chuck.
No.
He's going to fall for it. Look, straight on it. Yeah, he's got it.
Got it?
Did he want on?
Yeah, he's got it. He got it?
No.
No.
I don't think he had it.
Radio silence from my friends in the tent
I
again.
think he missed it, you know, when he came down.
Yeah, it's like it's trapped down though, isn't it? This one's on the line, look.
What's going on?
Wait,
What are you doing?
Looked like a bite.
Wait.
it was a liner.
I'll tell you something, yeah? It wasn't. Striking at liners? Embarrassing. The quickest way to spook a bream shoal. And the golden rule of feeder fishing, Godfrey's already forgotten it.
Yeah.
That's landed on top of the stem. Yeah. It almost looks like the hook's looped on the
Yeah.
stem.
What shall we say?
As Brandon would say, horrendous. I think he still might get picked up there though. But it is terrible.
Shall I tell him?
How are they looking now?
Looks like you're stuck on top of your stem.
It looks like you've hooked your stem.
Don't like it leaving them out, do you? I felt like leaving the hook bait hanging out the feeder, although I suggested it at times, was definitely cutting corners. Poor presentation, not right.
Matt, that's brilliant.
Happy with that?
Your bait's on top of your feeder. Did you fold it back in?
Yeah, I folded it back in that time.
All right, nice. It looks bang on Billy-O.
Looks like it's got out really quick this time.
Yeah, one little issue.
What?
There's no fish in your swim, man.
The last few fish we're seeing, Matt, are mega high. Like right up.
We think something spooked him, but we'll give it some time.
Did you load that differently to get such a quick release hook bait?
Just load a little platform in the base, then nip a layer on quite firm,
He loves
and
a
then
nip.
just rub with my finger where my hook bait is so that there's a little bit showing. Do you know what I
just
mean?
rubbed a bit off the top. So
Yeah.
Rubbed the
Yeah.
section on.
I don't know if it's right or not, I ain't done that much of it, but it just made sense to me.
You got a bigger scratch on your stem now.
It looks really good.
Does look good, mate. Just hope the fish get to appreciate it.
2 grebes have just come up.
It's the grebes.
With the swim dead after grebe trouble, it was time to get busy with the bait up rod in an attempt to draw in some fresh fish. Amazingly, the fish were back almost instantly, proof that the baiting tactics worked yet again.
Hybrid,
I think it's time to get the hybrid in and try and learn a little bit more.
still
Tell
got 4 inches on,
Yeah,
but buried in the feeder.
okay, so rather than leaving it out, you're burying it in. Show us the money. Oh,
Roach.
Rodney's back.
The roach is back.
Feeder's there.
See the feeder?
See the feeder, mate, yeah.
There
How's
is.
it looking?
Yeah, it's looking all right. Hook bait's
Hook bait's on show.
on show, so it's fishing very quickly. There's odd roach festering around. You sort of like on the edge of like 2 holes, so the stem's sticking up quite a lot. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. Can't see your line behind it, can you? You can on the close-up, obviously.
Yeah. So the water's definitely coloured up a bit as well.
Yeah, there's a lot more colour. Lights changed, and the old Rodneys are back.
Oh, it's blown the hook bait off the feeder.
Wow.
Straight down into that crevice.
I wanted to take it then.
Still
didn't
could get picked up there though.
Yeah, it could do, yeah. There's 2 roach desperate to take it.
Honestly.
Yeah. Like if you could see that chuck during a match now, what would you do?
Reel it in. But you can't.
Me too, you can't do it though.
Oh, what's
That on?
No, he's picked up your line.
your feeder's moved as well?
It was such a bad cast, he thought he's moved it for you so it looks a bit better.
I had to tighten up then, it must have moved
There's
it.
your maggots and there's your feeder.
You're still fishing.
You're still fishing, you're in a bed of mussels. Only 8 million bream around your feeder. Could easily get picked up this.
Would you have known your feeder moved?
Yeah, it dropped slacker, I had to tighten up.
So what would you do? Would you have reeled in?
Because it's only been out a minute and a half, I'd probably be like, I'll get till 2.5.
Yeah, do that then. Cool, that's who you want in the swim.
Don't you, D?
Go on, just nail it first time. We've been waiting for you to make an appearance.
That was a good tench as well.
Yeah, it does. And that's a big bram. That is a big bram.
Yeah.
Is it presentation?
No,
The hook bait's on show quite well, but it's not. You'd have got the same presentation with a cage.
it never landed in an amazing spot because the pebbles.
But you wouldn't know, would you?
No, that's what
No.
we were just saying. Rune just said to me, would you reel that in? I was like, yeah, but only because I can see it.
There's a big park bench in the swim as well.
Shall I leave it?
Up to you, mate.
I'd give it another minute.
Give me a bit of guidance, what you think?
I'll give it
give it a
Give
minute.
it another minute, purely because that tench is in the swim.
No
Okay.
one's gone down on it yet.
Oh, here we go, he's got it. He's in. Oh, he spat him. He's there now. Has he spat him? Yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
He just got turned over then.
4-inch hook length. But I'm not, it's true though, isn't it?
Could be, we'll find out in a
I
minute.
had 3 and 3 on a 6-inch and I've been spat twice with a 4.
I've just got a feeling Matt's not liking this 4-inch hook length, but he's just not talking about it. You're fishing better now though.
Yeah.
Little indication.
Yeah,
there.
the feeder just moved as well, like tiny vibrated. Your hook bait's actually in a better position now.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's on a pile of bait. Is that a stone move there? Oh, it's them moving the mussels. On the close up.
Where it is now, I'd be like, I'm leaving that, it's in a great spot. The really interesting thing about that cast was, if I'd have been able to see underwater and I sat on my box, I'd have wanted to reel it in. Because the hook bait was in a terrible position, sat between some rocks, just didn't look great. But Bream's come into the swim, sucked the hook bait up, got away with it, probably because of the 4-inch hook length, as Matt keeps telling us, and also the fact of where it was sitting, dropped it, and it's dropped it in a really nice place. So I'd have gone from, in 2 seconds, from I want to reel in to perfect presentation. Oh, you've been picked up. Yeah, there you go.
I was just about to tie my 6-inch hook length up.
It was, the hook bait was in such a good position.
But even that, like there was so much going on there. 4 minutes 20. Do you know what I mean? You'd still be going, I'll catch a £5 bream every 4 minutes 20 seconds, wouldn't you?
Well,
in
the
a session.
thing is, if you chuck your hybrid in, you'd be waiting 5 minutes to start, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd be thinking, that's all right, 4.5 minute bite time at Ferry Meadows.
With the sun slowly dipping and visibility getting low, it was time to call it a day. But we'd be back tomorrow to continue putting the hybrid through its paces.
Better land the rock.
Yeah, it's good.
There you go, yeah, brilliant.
I think it's because he's loading it so skinny.
Yeah, separation's good. It's above your feeder, your hook bait, but it's both bits of fishing and you've attracted a bit of attention. They're back in.
Did you just mean to knock your bait off straight away?
Just really lightly loaded it, mate.
Your hook bait's like, don't know, how long's the hook length? 6 inch?
6 inch,
3
yeah.
inches to the right of the, well, this side of the feeder on its own.
What do you think from catching a fish point of view?
Great.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's got tench written all over it.
You can see the bait coming down that he's knocked off.
Yeah.
That has got tench written all over it.
Do that one, pick up all the weed.
I think Jack's, oh, here we go,
Go
here we go.
Oh, I've nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's on.
on.
Yeah.
Way!
That
Hey.
was quick, 55 seconds.
Hook bait was in,
Oh, look at that. It's
Oh,
like...
he's off.
gonna say, it looked like he came off.
Yeah, he's off.
And he carries on swimming.
That must be one of the quickest bites we've had.
I think that was the 6 inch hook length.
Do you reckon?
It didn't hit him hard quick enough.
The quickest to everything that was, mate.
That's
It
the
looked
thing.
good.
That's the thing, Matt. Your hook bait came out, but it actually ended up looking better.
Shall I just do exactly the same again?
Yeah, but don't lose the next one.
I'll try.
Here we go. Spooked him off. In she comes.
A little bit further out.
All right.
Yeah, good. Your hook bait's right on the end of the feeder. It's like you've got a 0.01 hook length. But they're all back in again. They're having a good look around. Stem's sticking up a little bit, but you're on like a bit of a crater.
I think that's always going to happen. I think.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that.
No, it's very rocky, and they're on your feeder already.
You could almost do one just kicking the hook bait a
Yeah.
little bit away.
Would you boys
go.
tighten up with a hybrid?
I'd be worried with the 28 and the bottom with it how it is, but I'd definitely have a little bend in my tip.
I don't think it's essential because it should hook itself against the weight of the feeder.
Exactly.
That fish then weren't on for long. They were like 2 nods and off.
Yeah, you can actually see when you lost it on screen.
All I could think in my head was heavier feeder needed.
Yeah, maybe.
From 28 go up to 45, the bigger feeder, maybe a quicker bolt effect.
Here he comes, he's coming. Oh, he's a beauty, isn't he?
Yeah.
Go on.
Come on,
we're
Tench.
going right for it. Get out the way.
Screen's in the way.
Seriously, mate. Get out the way.
Tap the screen and get him out of the way. He must be on it.
He's on it. Look, you can. Yeah, his body's on it. Get out the way, mate. Oh no.
No, his tenter's gone past it, see him? No, he hasn't. He's on it now. He's on it. He's on it now.
It's right next to it.
His mouth's moving towards it.
Go on, go on, go on. Oh, yes. No way.
He's got him. He's got him.
Got his back. Go on. Lift up. Lift up.
He's,
Sink. No, the hook bait's still right next to the
he
feeder.
spat it out.
Oh,
He's had it. He spat
God.
it.
Sink.
The tench is the cleverest fish.
Yeah.
I think our 6-inch feeder.
The tench is just mug you off.
No.
Yeah, proper mug you off.
What had the hook bait in his,
Yeah,
in his mouth?
for a little bit.
Yeah. He didn't move more than 5.5 inches away from your feeder.
That one might be you.
Oh.
Never moved the feeder, did he?
Nah, winding you up.
He just gave a little puff of ground bait off it.
He's like literally just rummaging in the bottom.
I wouldn't have known. Never saw it. Literally tip, never
Where's the hook bait
moved.
gone now?
Still there, right next to the feeder.
No one's
Oh,
picked him up.
Tiny indication.
Yeah, oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
think one's
yeah,
Got
yeah.
one.
Yeah, there he is.
Look.
What a shot.
You know what, boys? Tiny bites on that, as if they're just dislodging the
That's a tench,
feeder.
saying that you can't catch me.
Yeah. They ain't bothered when one goes missing, are they?
No.
They're straight back on the
I
chomp.
think they like it when the feeder's out.
Yeah.
Maybe not the feeder, the line.
Good that, Matthew.
2 bites in 2 chucks on an hybrid in a busy swim, though, innit?
How long did that bite take?
About 6.5 minutes.
Didn't start your watch, did you?
Yeah, I did. It's on 7.5 now. Hybrid feeder doing the damage once again.
Tench don't care, does he?
No.
Oh,
Good shot.
lovely. Great shot, sir.
Might be, it's under here. Oh,
There he is.
yeah.
Oh, buried the bait in a bit more.
Hook bait still in this time?
Packed it a little bit harder and put a bigger layer on top.
Yeah, you can tell.
It's coming. See the bubble come off it then. Oh, straight on it.
That's tench, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's close. He loves the camera, the tench. Like he rubs against it, healing it.
Beautiful, isn't he? Now it clears up. Go on. Go on, take the move.
He's a bit closer in now.
Yeah.
He's this side of the zebras.
Look, if you notice, he wafts everything about before he goes down on it, check it's all right. Clever little thing.
He doesn't go off with any move. He moves a lot slower. Enough of that. Is that part of the maggot? No, it's a pellet.
Oh, indication then, my feeder moves.
A fish just like brushed against, like hit it.
Oh, your bait's just come on show, mate. It's showtime.
Is that the tench on top of it again?
Yep.
It could not be any closer to the...
He's feeding all round it. Hook bait's still on the feeder.
Yeah, it is.
Go on, go on, go on. No way that he can be that close and not eat it.
If it just fell off, he'd eat you straight away, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's flicked it with his peck. It's off now. How could it have been
He's
off?
got a better chance now, I
Yeah,
think.
much
Go
better.
on, he's going to pick it up.
Oh, needs to reverse. So badly want this tench. Oh,
There you go.
Your beam's got it. What happened there then?
Just dropped it again.
Oh yeah. Dropped it down a hole a bit, has he?
Just literally hardly moved it. Look at that one, bugs him out. Oh, God, he's a
Big liner.
Yeah, your feeder's just moved, but still fishing.
Went totally slack that.
Yeah, but you weren't picked up, it's just a liner.
A lot of people would have picked up then, you know.
What, angler's not as good as you? Here we go, here we go.
If that were a match, I'd have definitely picked up then.
Oh, he's got it. He was hanging. Oh, he's in the feeder. The fish has just picked your hook bait up, like accidentally, and dropped it in the feeder.
Thanks, Breen.
Literally, it's in the feeder now.
That ain't getting picked up there.
Don't know that.
Go on.
Oh,
I don't think it will. I'm thinking you need something heavier, mate, and something a little bit more obvious, but I'm not sure that's right because they're sifting through all the stuff around it.
Do you think maybe a chuck with just ground bait, so they've not got the pellets in
I
there?
don't think it make any difference, really.
how long's that been in, Matt?
7 minutes.
Yeah. You just said it was impossible not to have been picked up.
That's been a really long cast. Nearly 8 minutes. Lots of fish in the swim. Feel like we should have been picked up by now. So many fish there. And that tench is being a real rascal.
Knowing that they're eating around the feeder and not getting picked up, the two things I'd say is,
Got it.
like to try just ground bait.
Please.
Is there one on?
Wait.
Can't.
We can't see.
Bait's gone. No, it's not. It's back there again.
Is it?
Is it? No, it's not. Look on yours. It's not there. Go on, lift up, Tenchy.
It's twitching up.
They're not feeling that hook either, are they?
Is the feeder lifted? No, he's not got it, has he?
Nah.
No, he's not stupid, is he? Yeah, how can he's had it again?
Yeah.
Pretty sure the tench just done you again.
Tiniest of movement.
Don't even know where the hook bait is.
That there.
Go up, Daniel. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Tenchy's back on it.
Is that
No
him?
way, yeah.
Oh, he's blown it out again. See him?
Yeah.
Straight out.
We need a heavier, bigger bait.
Oh,
Got one.
You got the tench.
Got the tench.
That's a tench, innit?
Yeah.
Tench.
Totally different bite to a bream.
I tell you what, you got super lucky there.
Well, we caught the tench, but watching, it took far too long. That tench was in the swim for ages, and we almost caught it, I felt, by luck rather than design. So I'm now thinking bigger hook bait, maybe a bit heavier so it's not getting wafted all over the place, and see if that makes a difference.
I think it's a really big fish.
Whoa! On the scoop on the GoPro. You see that? That'll look wicked. Boys, they are beautiful fish.
He looks stunning on the camera.
Feel like he's been a bit of a nemesis for me on this shoot because tench have probably done me more than anything else, haven't they?
They've been the cleverest fish we've seen on camera. It's the way they feed. They're very slow. They're quite aggressive, but when they set the hook bait in, they don't go anywhere with it.
No.
So if something's wrong, they're not tightening the line enough and just getting rid of it.
what we're going to do next on the hybrid.
Well, I think they're quite comfortable in the swim. I think because we've been fishing a while now, they're quite happy to sift around and eat. But for me, in my head, I'm thinking heavier hook bait, shorter hook length to see if you can get one or trick one quicker. But I don't think they're daft, mate.
Yeah, that's good.
Muscling now.
Yeah, all good, mate. See the two, we can see two maggots peeping through. Oh, feeder just moved then.
Yeah, I had a liner.
Not sure if it was a liner or your feeder just like falling.
It moved, definite.
Yeah, there was a fish near you. Oh, that's a different fish.
Still going.
What's going on?
It's just doing.
It's pulling
Like
his foot.
caught in my line.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
wait.
something's caught in your line.
Just
Oh,
wait. He's
come off it. Oh, another liner.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was eating above your feeder.
that's weird.
He was eating the main line.
eating your stem.
That's the great thing about Shield.
Invisible.
Can't bite through it.
The fish want to eat it. Hook bait's not free yet.
No,
No.
it's not in hard. Didn't like squeeze it super hard, but I put just ground bait on.
Yeah, it's still in. You can see the maggots, but it's not free. It's not. The hook's not visible or anything.
Oh, go on. Go on. Go on. Over the top. Over the top.
They don't like feeding directly off the feet on top of the feeder.
No.
Oh, there you go.
He knows the crack.
See the three. Can see three maggots now.
Oh, he's nearly nailed
That's
it.
what
That's
I've got
better.
on.
Yeah.
It's just been knocked off the feeder now.
And it's going to get picked straight.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was going to get
yeah, I
picked
did.
straight up then.
Just had a liner. Sitting there on the box, waiting, but knowing that there's fish and activity in the swim, in all honesty, it's quite testing.
They're really not fussed by the maggots.
Feel like big hook baits don't seem to be the one on this trip.
No, I totally agree. It's just like they're not. You should have been picked up by now for what we've seen. Do you know what I mean?
I almost feel going the other way and putting like a little bit smaller hook and lighter line and one maggot on.
But they're not showing any real. They're not fussed by maggots at the minute.
They're just filter feeding on you.
They're literally just gilling the ground bait.
Feel like maybe you need some maggots in the swim to get them picking them up.
Yeah, like not loads, but a few.
I'd probably put a wafter on and then try baiting up with maggots.
Yeah, I think Rune's right. Did you hear what Rune said, Matt?
No.
Maybe try a wafter first.
Yeah, I'd like to try a wafter. I'd be intrigued to see what it does. I've got a wafter rig ready. I've done it 4 inches though, you know, like
Go on.
very
Daft it,
traditional commit.
There you go.
Is there one on?
Yeah,
Got one. 9.5 minutes.
yeah.
Tripped up.
I think if we had what they want to eat on the hook, you'd halve that.
Yeah, I agree. Feels like there's a lot of indications to be waiting that long for a bite.
Yeah. It's almost like I'd call it you bored that one on.
Yeah.
Well, we've tried maggots and we've caught bream, but it's not been impressive. It's not been fast. I've not felt like they're really homing in on the hook bait. So the next step for me has to be wafters. Loads of anglers fish wafters at Ferry Meadows. I'd love to see how they're going to work. Is colour important like it was in Underwater 1 with the pink and the carp? Are bream going to show a preference for yellow? In my head, I've always felt a yellow wafter, they see loads of corn, so yellow's going to be the colour. But that's only my theory.
I've gone 6mm pink wafter and 4-inch hook length, so it's more of like a traditional wafter commercial setup.
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah, I think pink, obviously in Underwater 1, pink was the colour in clear water.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Should be bang on that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. Again.
I'd love that if it's good.
Great positioning, Matt. Just it's landed on a load of zebras. Hook bait's off already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's well, mate.
How's it look? The pink.
yeah, look.
Looks all right, quite visual. Sitting very close to the feeder, and your feeder's sitting up on a bunch of zebras.
Look at this.
But I think leave it because we wouldn't know,
Yes.
or
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
definitely
it.
leave it. You're fishing. There's nothing wrong with how you're fishing.
And they've spotted it.
You could get a liner quite easily, though.
Yeah. Your rig's.
Oh, do you have a sign there?
yeah, liner.
Yeah.
Your rig's propped up against the mussel, so your line's a long way off the bottom.
Oh.
Feeder's fell on its side now.
Saw a tiny little movement. I actually tightened up a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Basically, you can
Is it
only
still
get-
okay?
Horrendous, but it's still fishing.
It's fish round you, Matt. They're just not aggressive, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's just been picked up. Just been picked up. Just been picked up.
Is he on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
Minute and 50 seconds on a wafter.
Yeah, he came in.
He wanted it.
Much better response.
What, like beeline for it?
Not necessarily beeline for it, but he took it. Just a better reaction.
And if you'd have seen your feeder, you'd have reeled it in.
Gives you some confidence in an hybrid though, if it's sat that bad and 2 minutes in you've got a fish on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the secret is though, Matt, your hook bait needs to be out the feeder.
Not like embedded in it.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
To get that bite with a feeder in such a weird position just shows the effectiveness of a hybrid and wafter combo.
Here he goes.
Very tight
He's
spot.
in, he's in. He's just chucked.
Move.
There it is.
Oh, nice cast.
Nicely done.
It's fishing properly now,
Wafter's not free yet.
but your top layer's gone as well, I think. Did you cover that feeder up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just your top layers come off a little bit. Probably bashed a few bream on the way down.
Oh, you move your feeder then?
Did I?
Yeah.
Careful. I did that once when I first started.
What's the hook bait? Hook bait's off the feeder now.
The back.
Not in a great. Might be better than we think it is.
Just folded over the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, but oh, something spooked. Go on, go on, go on. Oh,
They know, don't they?
there's no way they do not know
They're
that.
so different to carp, their behaviour.
Yeah.
Two together is good.
Yeah. Go on, go on.
Yep.
Lovely stuff.
Yep.
You got it. Go
He's got it. He's
swallow
nailed.
right down. Have a swim off my mate.
He's nailed.
Yes, all
Got
good.
one.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
1 minute and 20 seconds. That's 2 chucks with pings.
Soon as
The hybrid feeder.
two went for it together,
That is so good.
soon as you get that competition element,
You said, didn't you?
yeah,
Two.
they're doomed.
Shut. That's good for pink though, isn't it?
Maybe try yellow next chuck just to see.
Yellow.
Yeah.
We need to change the colour of the wafter. This is getting too much like underwater one.
2 on the pink.
So Matt, feeder's quite close to the camera. There's fish around. Your wafter's on top of your bait. Your feeder's at a slight angle in a bit of a crevice, but there's fish mopping around and it's easy to pick up your bait.
Hook bait's off the feeder now.
Hook bait's been blown off, which I prefer.
Sitting up lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing a great job. And I don't think he saw that.
No, I
though,
don't. I thought exactly what I thought.
don't think he saw that.
That's really light, that hook bait.
Yeah. So no, it's not on like a QM1 or anything though, is it? It hasn't got. It's probably very, very well
Nice
balanced.
to see them. Nice to see a bayonet working well with like a smaller wafter in it.
Yeah.
Working beautiful. The wafter's sitting up, hook down. It's very light. It's getting moved around a lot.
It meant quite a lot to me that Ringer was complimenting my wafter presentation. Sounds strange that, I know, but obviously he's the daddy when it comes to wafters and getting hook baits to work properly on our rigs. And the mechanics behind the rig are actually his. Learnt it from Underwater One. Little loop with the bayonet tied in it so it can pivot and move. Piece of silicone, so you can just secure the bayonet into the perfect position, just where the bend and the shank of the hook meet. Nice knotless knot. In this case we've got a 14 feeder special eyed on there, but the fact that he's sat in the tent saying, yeah, wafter looks good, Matt. Good shot in the arm for me, that was. Having caught 2 on pink as fast as I did, I wouldn't have left this in this long.
No, there's something not right with the yellow.
Give it 10 seconds and have another chuck.
But not on yellow.
Yeah.
Back on a pink?
Yeah, just to see, because there's been so many fish around your hook bait that one of them should have got caught. Well, we had 2 in 2 on the pink wafter, quick bites as well. Switched to yellow, which is a favourite of mine, which again shows what I know, and we had to wait a lot longer and it never felt great. So the next step has to be back to the pink. If the pink gets a really quick pickup, then it's obvious they're seeing pink far better or they're more comfortable sucking pink in, but you can't argue with results.
Looks like an F1 souffle cake with a wafter on top. Oh, look at this, straight in, here he comes. Take it, take it,
Takes it off
take
the top,
it.
that is.
Oh, imagine.
I don't think the hook's quite free yet.
I don't think that one. Oh, so close.
That's it, knock it off.
Knock
That's
it
it.
off, no.
Hook bait's off the feeder now, we're fishing.
That's mad, isn't it, that
Yeah.
you're saying that?
It's right, as soon as it's off, its chances is so much higher.
Sit in perfect.
Definitely teaching me to be more patient.
Oh,
I don't think he sucked it in, I think he just knocked it.
yeah. Go on, lad,
This one
pick it up.
Oh,
Oh, missed it.
no.
Saw you then, did you see that?
Yeah, as I bent down, that's my shadow.
He saw you. Go on. Go on, baby. Yeah. Oh. Do you think he heard me then? It's like he heard me.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, yeah, there it is.
Go on, lad.
Got him. 6 minutes, still a lot quicker than the yellow.
Yeah. 6 minutes waiting for a bite on a hybrid in a natural venue is fast.
Being able to see what's actually happening and comparing these 2 rigs, the helicopter rig, bread and butter rig, it's been around forever. We had to adapt it an awful lot. Chuck the hybrid in, instant reaction.
What a beauty that one is, Matt. You had a few of them today, mate.
Stunner to finish on, gents.
Absolute cracker.
Incredible opportunity that, I've loved every second. The underwater experience, it's been amazing, mesmerising, an adventure into a world that we've not been before and allowing us to make changes to catch more fish that we wouldn't do without them cameras being in place.
Great footage. I've learnt so much. I know you've been on the box the whole time, but I actually think the screen's been the best seat in the house.
You've missed out.
The most important part of what I feel I've seen on underwater is bait separation. When I say bait separation, I'm talking about getting your hook bait away from your feeder. Whether it was with the helicopter rig or the hybrid feeder, I felt watching bites were a lot cleaner, more confident when the hook bait was slightly away from the feeder. It's off the feeder now, we're fishing.
That's mad, isn't it, that
Yeah.
you're saying that?
So that's something that I'm going to take away from my own fishing, and I feel it's something that's hugely important because the difference could be between catching maybe 4 bream in a match and 8 to 10 bream. So you're doubling and more your actual catch rate. So if you haven't learned something from watching this, then I feel you'll never learn anything.
One thing that means so much to me really is that we go so deep into our product development, and then to finally see those things working in the fashion that they are working and being so effective is just, it's a bit mind-blowing really.
The fish, the scenery, everything's been cock on. Ringer's going to be even better than he's ever been, so God help us all.
I actually feel I am.
It's impossible not to become a better angler by watching this.
The only downside to this is everyone's going to get to see it. The secrets are out.